So yesterday we are looking into the business process, right? So we have gone till sub consignment process, I believe, subcontracting, yes, subcontracting, import, third party. So we are looking into the third party procurement. So what is a third party procurement? So normally what happens? So let's take an example of, let's say, Flipkart or Amazon, or let's say any kind of online platforms are there. So whenever you order in that Flipkart or Amazon or any kind of online platform, so mostly for this um, Flipkart and Amazon mostly, okay, because when we order there, normally this Flipkart and Amazon, these are the trading partners, okay, these are the trading platform, okay. Trading means you can buy or sell there, okay. So now they are not manufacturing any of the products. So Flipkart don't have a warehouse or Amazon don't have a warehouse in India, right? So how they are doing their business? So they are listing some of the sellers. So sellers means, let's say you are a shopkeeper or you are a owner of one shop, so you will be listed in the Amazon. So if anyone is surfing through Amazon and they find a product from your shop, so they will be giving an order to the Amazon, and Amazon will send that order to you, and you need to send that product from your warehouse, from the seller's warehouse to the customer's warehouse. And third party like the Amazon or the Flipkart, they will not do anything, like they will not do the storing, they will not do the shipping, they will only take the order, give to the right people, and the seller will say, send the product from their warehouse to customer warehouse, and for that they will be giving one invoice to the third party, or let's say Amazon or Flipkart, and Amazon or Flipkart will pay to the seller. So we are not directly paying to the seller, or seller is not directly asking money to us, right? So this is how this work. So same thing will work in the business also, okay. So let's say you have given one order, but where you are giving the order, that company is not a manufacturer, they don't store the items. So rather than, there will be a third party, let's say third party supplier will be there, which the company will give the order to them, and they will be providing the material, okay. So details we will be looking into it in a bit, we will be looking into it. This is the details, like third party procurement, where the customer will not directly get in touch with the seller, but there will be a third party which will completing all this process, like buying or selling, they will be completing, okay. Next one is outline agreement. What is the outline agreement? So let's say you are procuring a material or you are buying a material for a long period of time, okay. So then what will happen? Let's say if you are procuring some of the material for a long period of time, you can create an agreement with the supplier. What will happen with that agreement? Let's say I know how much quantity I will be consuming for next 1 year, so I will go to the supplier or the vendor and I will create an agreement, or I will make an agreement with them, like in this year I will be consuming this much of product, so I will be taking this much of product from you, so what kind of price you will be able to give me, okay. Let's take an example. So let's say you are constructing one house, or you are constructing one, let's say, home or building you are constructing. Okay. So what will be the major items you will be needing? You will be needing the cements, you will be needing the rods, and you will be needing some of the, let's say, sand or anything you will be needing. Right. So for that, what will you do? You will go to a cement, let's say, wholesaler, and you will tell them, okay, I will be needing 300 bags of cement, or I will be needing 1000 bags of cement, but I will be taking them uh, time to time. I will be taking them, but in this year or in 6 months, I will be needing this 1000 bags of cement. So, what should be the price? Now, if you are going for a higher amount, or higher quantity, there will be some price negotiation will be there. So this is basically called a outline agreement. When you do a long term agreement with a supplier, that is called a outline agreement. In outline agreement in SAP, there are two types of outline agreement are there. One is a contract, which normally we know that is a contract agreement, and another one is a scheduling agreement. What is a scheduling agreement? Let's say I know on which date I need the product in how much quantity. So rather asking them each day that I need this product on this day on this quantity, I will be giving them a timeline or a delivery dates. Okay, so on this delivery date, the sender will send me a, like how many quantity I need, they will be sending me. So simple example would be, let's say you are buying the milk item from, let's say this big basket is there, or let's say any kind of online platform, grocery online platform is there. You are buying some of the, let's say, milk product or dairy product or any kind of product are there, you are buying on a daily basis. Okay, so there you are not going to order it on a daily basis. You are going and you are going and you are ordering one packet of milk or one packet of curd. You are not doing that one. Rather, you know that every day I will be needing one packet of milk. So you will be going there and there will be a subscribe option will be there. So you will take a subscription that each day or at the mm, one day interval you have to you need a milk product. So what will happen? So there they will be giving you the milk product or the milk or any product you are subscribing to. So they will be giving on your subscription basis. Let's say you have mentioned on a daily I will be needing one packet of milk. Daily they will be giving you a milk for, let's say, 1 month or 2 month or 3 month, whatever time frame you have selected. On that month they will be directly giving you on the delivery dates, right? Whichever delivery dates you have mentioned, on those delivery date they will be giving you. And the price you can pay it, like you can as per their condition you can pay it to them. Okay, this is the outline agreement. Understood till this one?
Yes.
Everyone, it is fine, right? Okay, so now next one is stock transfer order. So what is a stock transfer order? So normally what will happen, let's say let's say one company is having a multiple line of business. Okay, where in one place they are manufacturing something, and in another, let's say in one plant they are manufacturing something, and another plant they are using that same product. Okay, due to the same company they will not be able to sell that product to them. Okay, so you are only manufacturing, you are only using, so you will not sell that product. Rather you will be doing the stock transfer process. So stock transfer means transferring the stock from one place to another, or from one company to another, or from one plant to another plant. This is the stock transfer process. So let's take an example. Let's say there is a Tata company is there. Tata company is manufacturing the steel, right? There will be a steel sheet manufacturing will be there, right? So Tata Steel will be manufacturing that, and Tata is also having a Tata Motors, right? So Tata Motors is using the steel sheets to manufacture the car, right? So now Tata Steel cannot sell the steel sheet to the Tata Motors company because they are a single entity. Or if we say about the total company, it's come under the Tata Group. Okay, so now this Tata Steel company, they will not sell the item to the let's say Tata Motors company. Rather they will be doing the stock transfer process. So whenever there is a manufacturing done in the steel industry, they will be sending that to the Tata Motors company. Okay, just for an example, this is a situation where you can do the stock transfer process. So other than that also, there will be stock transfer process will be there, one plant to another plant. Let's say you are storing the product in one plant and you are selling the product from another plant. So in that case also you can use the stock transfer order. Okay, as per the business requirement, there will be stock transfer order will be there. Next one is external service procurement. So what is the external service procurement? Basically, let's say in any company you are having a lot of machinery, you are having a lot of let's say instruments are there, so you need to um, let's say you need to service them, or you need to do the maintenance of them, right? For a period of time you will be needing to do the servicing of that, let's say equipments or that instrument, you need to do the servicing of that. Other than that also, there will be some other things will be there which you can take the services from the external vendors. Okay, let's say in your company you are using 5 Blue Star ACs. Okay, so Blue Star AC will need a servicing in 3 months, right? So just for an example, let's say in 3 months they will be needing a servicing, normal service, or we can call it a general service, we can call it. So they will be needing a servicing of that one. So where we can do that, or how we can do that? So Blue Star company is providing a service to their equipment. So now whenever you need to service those Blue Star ACs, you have to con contact with the Blue Star company, and they will be coming their let's say their service engineers will be coming, and they will be servicing the ACs. This is called a external service procurement. When you buy service outside of your company, that is called external service procurement. Okay, so these are the 10 processes which is most widely used. Right now this import procurement is not there in our S4 HANA. Okay, other than that, these 9 processes are commonly used, and most of the time you will be getting these kind of let's say topic to work. Okay, so mostly if we remove the pipeline procurement, so pipeline procurement is basically if it will go for oil and gas industry, or let's say any kind of big manufacturing industry, let's say steel manufacturing industry, or let's say um, we can say the power plant or anything. So they will be using this pipeline procurement for consumption of, let's say, air or oil or gas or oxygen. They will be having this pipeline procurement. Other than that, if we say most probably this stock purpose, first one, second one, consignment procurement, subcontracting procurement, third party, outline agreement, stock transfer order. These are the major process, or these are the common process which you will be working on in any of the companies or any of the clients. They will be having these kind of process. Some companies will have some process, or some company will have some other process also, but these are the common. This is most important, and in the interview, whenever you are going to the interview also, they will be asking these questions to you. Okay, what is the consignment procurement, what is the subcontracting procurement, what is a third party procurement, how outline agreement will work, how stock transfer order will work. They will be asking these questions to you. Okay, so it is the primary time, or it is the starting time. Understand the business concept. Okay, first understand the business concept, then we will be going into the flow, how the flow will work, how the process will work. Then we will be going with the different process. Let's say how will be the configuration or customization steps will be there, what are the other requirements are there in the let's say in the pipeline procurement or in the consignment process. We will be looking into it. So whenever you are going to the interview, you have to answer a full details of the process. Okay, this is just an overview which we have discussed how the process will work. This is also important. You need to understand it, how this work. This is a background of the business process. Okay, so you need to understand. If required, go through this video, write it down somewhere, or go to the Google, just copy this thing or just type this thing in Google and take a definition from there. What is a stock purpose, procurement of material for stock purpose? Okay, what is a pipeline procurement? Give me a definition of pipeline procurement. Just go to the Google, write it down, give me a definition for consignment procurement. Okay, so you can find the definition from Google also, or if you want to write it from the recording, just listen to the recording and then write it down on your own. Okay, if you are writing it down on your own, it will be a practice for you. Let's say once you are listening to it, once you are writing to it, so there will be 3 time practice will be there, so it will be better for you. Okay, so write it down and practice it. Right now we are just starting, so everything you have to practice for at least after this class or after our class daily. Basically you have to practice or read these things at least for 1 hour for now. Okay, we have not started the configuration, or we have not gone to the SAP screen yet. So just now, just practice these things. Okay, so by your heart, you should know what are these process. Once you are going to the interview, you should be able to explain the process very neat and clear to the interviewer. Okay, so prepare from now onwards. If you are willing to get a job, if you need to get a job, so prepare from day one. Okay, prepare from now itself. Don't wait for after 2 months I will be starting, or after 3 months I will be starting. Prepare from now. It will be very helpful for you, and it will take a less time for you to get a job. Okay, understood? Understood? Makes sense?
Yes.
Okay. So after this business process, this 10 business process, there are some other business process are also there, like the asset or capital goods procurement, returnable transport packaging material, non-stock material procurement, non-valued material procurement, blanket purchasing, rebate agreement. These are also some of the process some companies or some clients are using. Some clients might be using one of the process, some clients might be using two of the process or three of the process, but these are not commonly used. Okay, these are not commonly used. So in the interview also, if they are having a requirement for capital or asset good procurement, they might ask you this question. Otherwise they will not ask you. Okay, RTP also same. So returnable transport packaging, so if they have this process, they will be asking you. If they don't have this process, they will not ask you. Okay. So these are the optional topics are there. Okay. So these are basically the business process. Now, after the business process in SAP MM, there is a P2P cycle is there. Okay. What is a P2P cycle? P2P cycle means procure to pay cycle, means from your purchasing to the payment to the vendor, there is a process, it is called P2P cycle. Okay, P2P cycle. So every business process what we have discussed is having a P2P cycle, procure to pay cycle. So there will be different ways of procure to pay will be there, but basic concept is same. Okay, so what is the basic concept? Let's understand the basic P2P cycle. So now this is a basic P2P cycle. Why we are calling it as a cycle? Because it runs in a cycle. Okay. Because every time you need to have a product, you will go through this process. Okay. Where the process will start? The process will start from the the process will start from the PR. Okay, what is a PR? PR is a purchase requisition. So what is a purchase requisition? It is basically a demand. So let's take an example and understand this process. So let's say that you have a requirement that you need to buy a um, let's take an example of mobile. Okay, you need a mobile. So now there is a demand for mobile for you. Okay, now you have find out what kind of mobile you need. So mobile model, mobile version, how much capacity should be there. So you have identified all of these things and you have a demand right now. Okay, let's say you need a phone under 15,000 which will be having 128 GB of RAM and 6 GB of 128 GB of storage and let's say 6 to 8 GB of RAM. Okay, now you have identified this thing. You have a demand for mobile. What should be the capacity or what should be the let's say what should be the configuration. So you find out this one. So now you have a demand. So that demand you have to write it down somewhere. That demand is called in SAP as a purchase requisition. Whenever there is a demand or requirement for a product will be there, there will be one purchase requisition will be created. Okay, so purchase requisition is an internal document of SAP which we don't send anywhere. It is just for our reference purpose. We create a purchase requisition because this demand can come from any of the department. Okay, let's say you are working in let's say admin department. Okay, in the admin department, let's say you need some office stationery. So directly you cannot buy this product, rather you will be asking the purchasing department to buy this product. Now you identified one demand, you have to share it with the purchasing team. Now the purchasing team will take care of the procurement process. Okay, now whenever we have some demand, we will be creating one purchase requisition. This is the SAP terminology, purchase requisition. Okay, or if you have worked in any of the, let's say, companies, manufacturing companies or any companies, there you might have come to come to know about the indent process, right? There will be a indent will be there when you require something. You have to offline means in a there will be a slip will be there. In that slip you will be writing that I need this product and you will be giving to the purchasing department, right? So this is the purchase requisition. Now after the purchase requisition is there, you have a demand. You already know that which kind of product you need, what configuration product you need. Now what will you do? Now you will send that to the purchasing department, or rather the purchasing department will create a purchase requisition. Okay, then this purchasing department, what will they do? Now you have a Okay, now let's go into that same example. Now you know that you need a mobile, you know the configuration. Now what will you do? You try to find out the seller, right? Now you will go and find one seller which is selling these kind of product. Okay, now that process is called request for quotation. Okay, let's say Poonam, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. What
Hmm.
is the meaning of RFQ?
We are
Full
just
form?
wait, I think. Okay, so next process is RFQ. What is a RFQ? RFQ is a request for quotation. Okay, now whenever you identified there are five supplier or five vendors are there in the market, there are five supplier or five vendors are there. What will you need from them? You will need a quotation from them, right? So that process is called request for quotation. So you will be asking the quotation price from the vendor or suppliers, right? So you will be asking a quotation price. So that is called request for quotation. Now you need to ask for them, like I need this mobile for this configuration, this storage, this much of storage facility, this much of let's say RAM capacity. So what will be the price for these kind of mobile? So they will be sending. So after you are asking for the quotation, they will be sending you an quotation. Okay, so they are saying like I have this mobile, this will be, you can get it under 15,000. Okay, the price will be 14,500. Let's say you are having five vendors or five suppliers, or let's say three suppliers. So one supplier is saying that he will be providing you the material, that phone in 14,500. Someone is saying that he will be providing you under 13,500, and another one is saying they will be providing that mobile under, let's say, 14,000. So what should you do now? You will compare these three prices, right? Where you will buy? You will buy where you are getting it on a cheaper price, right? In SAP also, the comparison, like once you are getting the quotation, then you will be comparing this. In the comparison, SAP has a standard way of comparing only the price. There will be no other factors will be there which can be taken into the comparison. But there is a process. Let's say whenever there is a bulk process is there, so there will be selection process will be there. You will be having 2 3 vendors will be there. Let's say every time you will not go to the cheap vendor. Okay, so rather going to that one, there will be multiple factors will be there. We will be looking into it in RFQ process. When we go to the RFQ process, we will be discussing about that, what are the other factor. But for right now, SAP has a default comparison of the prices only. So you will be selecting the supplier which will give you the minimum price. Okay, so once you are getting the price, like your price comparison and is done, you finalize that I am going to buy the mobile from this vendor or from this supplier. I am going to purchase this mobile. Now what will you need to do? You have to send a purchase order to that vendor. Okay, now you have finalized that vendor, then you have to send a purchase order that I need this mobile. Okay, as per your quotation or as per my purchase requisition, you can create a purchase order. There is no issue. You can create a purchase order with respect to quotation also. You can create a purchase order with respect to purchase requisition also. So you have to create a purchase order and you have to send that to your supplier. So supplier will send you the material. This is called purchase order. PO means purchase order. Next, when your supplier receives that purchase order, they will send that product. Now you will receive that product, that is called goods receipt. Okay, once you are receiving the goods in your warehouse or at your place, that is called goods receipt. So you have received the product. Now what you need to do, you have to pay for that product. Now that is called invoice receipt. Okay, so after the goods receipt, you have to create an invoice receipt and you have to pay to the vendor. So this cycle will end here. Okay, and again, whenever you are having the same process, like for any other product you are having a demand, it will again start from this PR, then it will go through this cycle till IR process. Okay, so this is the P2P cycle. Understood this process? Able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Or any doubt? Anyone having any doubt?
No, sir. No.
Okay. Okay, fine, fine. So this is a simple concept and this is a very, let's say, important concept of P2P cycle, because in SAP MM normally we will be dealing with these processes. Okay, from PR, RFQ, purchase order, goods receipt, invoice receipt may be in your bucket or not, that will be decided by your company, because of invoice is consisting of the financing items. Let's say finance will be involved, some price will be involved, some payments will be involved. That's why some of the companies, they will take this IR concept to the financing side, or the FICO people, they will be handling this invoice process. Okay, but other than that, this PR to GR process will be there in the, for the consultant. Okay, consultant will be dealing with the PR, RFQ, quotation comparison, purchase order, GR. This will be under your bucket. So normally smaller companies, they will put the IR also in P2P cycle or in the, let's say, consultant, for the consultant. But for bigger companies, due to the price involvement, they will be taking this to the FICO consultant, means FICO team will be handling the IR process. Okay, so this is basically the P2P process. So you need to understand it, you need to understand it by your heart, you need to um, remember by remember this. Okay, I mean it should be in your stored in your mind, so that you can explain it in a simple way. Likewise, how we are explaining, similarly you can explain this P2P cycle. Okay, so this is P2P cycle for, let's say this is a simple business process. Okay, P2P cycle process. Now after that, what are the configuration steps are there, what are the different things are there, we will be gradually we will be looking into those kind of things. Okay, understood?
Yes.
Okay, so these are very good concept, you need to know, you need to understand, try to practice after the classes, try to at least for 30 minutes to 1 hour, try to see these things, try to listen to the recording, try to understand it, try to take your notes, try to take a note and try to write it down. Okay, and practice on that, so that whenever we go to the topics, when we start the let's say journey on the SAP screens, then it will be not like that. Whenever we are moving forward, you are forgetting the previous concept. So these concepts um, should be like it should be in your mind every time, it should be there in your mind, you should be able to explain it properly. Okay, okay, so that's it for today. We are not going to the next topic. So from tomorrow we will be starting the this business process that we have seen. We will be looking into the process flow, how the process flow will work, how it will be procured, what should be the process flow. So that we will be discussing in details from tomorrow. Okay,
Okay, sir.
okay, so that's it for today. We will be meeting up again tomorrow. Okay, till then, bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
bye.